Hello there folks, my name is Spoonks, and I saw Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, and I really liked it. Now I was really looking forward to this movie. I was a big fan of Godzilla vs. Kong. It pretty much gave me what I wanted it to. It was really stupid, really dumb, but really entertaining and fun. And this looked like it was going to continue that, Godzilla and King Kong were going to team up against a giant monkey and unleash all types of collateral damage and carnage, and it looked really stupid and dumb, but once again entertaining and fun. And I'm happy to report that while it didn't reach the heights of Godzilla vs. Kong for me, this was still a really fun time at the movies. I had a great time with this. Of course, the best thing about this movie is the monsters. There is a lot more emphasis and focus on the monsters, so much so that the humans aren't even in a lot of the scenes the monsters are in. There's not even a lot of dialogue in them. It's really told through the visuals and those character moments, and I think this is where the movie stands out the most. These filmmakers are masters at visual storytelling, once again allowing the visuals to tell the story and convey the feelings of these monsters, and you really get to understand and feel the monsters here. They're all very solid, well-defined characters in a way. Kong is still a badass in this movie. It's pretty much like God of War, his story, pretty much. He finds this younger giant ape, and they go on this little quest to find their other people, and it's really kind of sweet and endearing, but also really stupid and dumb and fun. And of course, Godzilla, every time he shows up, the movie is also really fun, seeing him leveling up pretty much and then teaming up with Godzilla at the end was an absolute blast. The movie gets ridiculous and stupid and dumb, but in all the best ways. Seeing these monsters tear up cities and do all types of damage everywhere they go was a blast. The villain was really funny and really entertaining, and yeah, once again, this is where the movie really shines, and I'm glad they put more focus onto these characters than previously. The action sequences are also absolutely amazing. Again, this is where the movie really shines. Once again, the movie's not afraid to get silly, bonkers, and crazy, and of course stupid with these sequences, but that's what makes them so fun. They get so ridiculous and so stupid and mind-blowing that you cannot believe what is happening. They make the most out of the collateral damage, the scale of these monsters. They have some insane combo moves when Godzilla and King Kong team up, and they're just such a great force together, and seeing them take down the villain of this movie, it was just so fun. But even the smaller scale fights, they have their own share of stupidity and entertainment to them. They're just so fun and insane to watch. There were times during these sequences where I could not stop smiling and my jaw was down to the floor. I was having so much fun watching the insanity unfold here. The special effects and the animation on the creatures was also very well done. Despite this being the cheapest film in this monsterverse, it's cost $135 million. I still think the visual effects and the animation looks great. I love all the designs of the new monsters and big apes. I think they were all very creative and imaginative. They blended in with the real world surroundings very well, and once again they made the most out of their large scale during the action sequences. And I also love the additions to the world building, seeing once again all these various different monsters roaming the earth and all these hidden worlds under our surface. It was all very fun to explore and watch the characters and learn about more. And the last positive thing I will say about this is the characters are pretty likable and charming. Of course, the monsters are the standouts. They're so likable and have so much personality that you don't even need to hear words come out of their mouth. They have so much personality and character to them, even when they're not causing chaos and trillions of dollars of collateral damage. Just, walking around and just getting to know each other, you still really like these monsters and find them to be very endearing. And I even didn't mind the human characters a lot, or not nearly as much as in the predecessors. I do think they have their gripes, which we'll get to in a moment, but as a whole I think they were still pretty likable, and the actors did a great job, and they all know what movie they're in. I think because they're focusing on such a few specific amount of human characters as opposed to like 7 or 10 of them, that made them a lot more endearing and likable to me. But unfortunately with those human characters, they carry the bulk of the issues with this movie for me. It's not as bad or as extraneous as some of the other films, but I do think once again they're focused on a bit too much, that they kind of steal some of the focus away from the monsters. And during these scenes, I wasn't infuriated or bored out of my mind. I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, this is kind of going on a bit too long. Let's get back to the monsters, please. And once again, it's not that these characters are hateable or unlikable. It's just, you came here to see the big monsters, but when we cut to these sequences, you're just kind of like, yeah, I know why they're here, but like, at least try to make them a bit more likable, a bit more endearing, or make these scenes and character moments a bit more wilder and insane, like what's going on with the monsters for me personally. The movie is also not that funny outside of the monster stuff when it's leaning into the zaniness and the craziness of it all. Yes, it can be very funny, and even some of the human stuff can be a bit funny. I laughed with them here and there, but a lot of it just fell flat for me. It felt very forced or poorly timed. I don't know, just these jokes just didn't really land for me as much as I think the filmmakers were hoping they would. And my last issue is that for a movie called Godzilla x Kong, Godzilla is a bit sidelined here. He doesn't have nearly as much focus as the trailer or even the title leads you to believe. It's not like the Tom and Jerry movie where you're like, okay, why is this character in here? Why is he in the title if he's barely a character? And once again, his sequences definitely shine a lot. He has some of the standout moments in here, but I definitely think we could have used a bit more Godzilla in here to get a bit more of his motivation and seeing what he is trying to do alongside Kong, and at least make it a bigger, stronger team-up movie so they have equal amounts of screen time to make it worthy of a team-up movie, if you know what I mean. But overall, I still had a fun time with Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. It's got issues for sure. It's definitely not going to win any awards, but it's still a pretty fun, really entertaining, mindless, stupid little movie. If you were a fan of the last one, or you just want to see a bunch of big monsters throw down, fighting a bunch of other big monsters, causing trillions of dollars in collateral damage, and maybe even killing a bunch of innocent people, definitely go check this out. This is definitely the movie for you if you want to just go in there, see something like that. But if you're looking for a stronger movie, yeah, you're probably, with better characters, a stronger story, you're probably better off watching something else. This is a really stupid, dumb movie, and it knows how stupid and dumb it is. So if you're going in expecting that, I think you'll have a great time, and I definitely recommend it for those wanting that. And those were my thoughts on Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. What did you all think of it? If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all the social media links at the end of the video. And until next time, everyone, stay sharp.